just for you, we talked about it, the whole season. How important is it for you just to continue to just pull the trigger whenever you be open for those 3-pointers and just being that presence on the perimeter to spread the floor and take those shots when it's open?
Yeah, it just makes our offense a lot more potent and, gives a lot more space to our primetime guys. If I'm knocking down shots, especially when I'm open, taking good shots, trying to, work in the flow of the offense.
And how important is it for you this season, just bringing that energy, making those energy plays like the putback dunk you had tonight, defense, all that kind of stuff?
Really just trying to play as hard as I can. That's really what it boils down to. And, just trying to make an impact on the floor. And, just do my job. I think that's the main thing I'm trying to do is just do my job.
Defensively, does it seem slower for you out there? How do you feel like you are on the defensive end compared to last year?
It's a multitude of things. I would say experience as well as the work I put in the summer. Got a lot stronger, a lot more athletic, and also just watching a lot of film, knowing guys' tendencies and understanding what teams are trying to do. At the end of the day, everybody's trying to do the same thing. You just got to know where to be and try to be in the right positions.
I know you grew height-wise a lot throughout college. Are there ever times when you're out there when you're like, oh, I'm 6'10" now, this is sweet, this is really helpful?
I've gotten over that stage a little bit. There's times where I might lay it up. Well, I've gotten to the point now I'm dunking everything, or at least I'm trying to dunk everything. But there was a point where I was like, oh, well, I'm over the rim, I might as well try to dunk this. But now I'm just thinking, just dunk everything.
Did you apologize to Billy for stealing his rebound late to get your double-double?
Absolutely not. And I'll steal it again.
How important is it to continue to be able to make contributions on that? And it seems like you're a lot more comfortable on the defensive side, period, whether it's rebounding, the blocks. It's just how much more comfortable you feel on that end compared to last year?
I'm really comfortable. At the end of the day, it's just, experience. I would say last year, it's tough as a rookie playing defense. Herb he's Herb. So, it doesn't really count. But, it's really hard being a rookie playing in NBA, especially on the defensive end because, it's so much different than college. There's NBA sets. First of all, the offense is already at an advantage. It's really tough. So I would just say experience and knowing what your opponent wants to do is pretty important.
Hey, Trey, Reg Miller last night said that you and him had some conversations. What were those conversations like, and what did you kind of take from whatever he said to you?
He was just telling me to continue to work hard and continue to shoot the ball at a high level. And he was saying I've expanded my game a lot, which is going to help me a lot in the future. And he was just very proud of me and the work I put in during the summer. And, it's great hearing that from a legend like him, try to take pieces out of his game and put it into mine as well.
What separates often good shooters from being effective in the regular season and the playoffs is their ability to impact the game when they're being run off the line. You've obviously put in a lot of work in that over the summer. How comfortable do you feel when those guys are closing out to you? I think today you had a play. I think DeMar closed out pretty hard. You drew a foul. Other times you've been putting it on the floor. Where's your comfort level with that, and how do you see your game growing on that front?
Really comfortable. It's not even. It's one of those things where I don't even have to really pump fake, show the ball in order for people to start flying at me. I can just look up at the rim, and they're going to just fly at me. So I got to be able to play off of that, make plays either at the rim or for my teammates, and I feel like it adds another dynamic to my game as well as the team's offense.
And do you feel like you're also seeing the floor when you're putting the ball in attacking the rim in terms of finding your teammates?
Absolutely. No, I definitely think I am. I feel like if I have two people on me, it means somebody's open, so I just got to find the next guy that's open.
Yeah, these last two games, you guys were way up there as far as three-pointers made compared to what you did all season. How important is it just to continue to get more of those three-point shots up and making that a part of the offense where you can spread teams out and allow, Z and BI to attack the lane more often?
Yeah, no, it's very important. If we're a team that's a threat from the three-point line, then, our paint presence is going to be even greater then. And we already have really good paint presence with, JV and Z and BI getting to the rim. So, it makes our team a little bit more dangerous, I would say.
Can you recall on two particular plays what you were thinking going into the 33-footer and then also on the dunk over Vucevic in transition? Is your approach on those shots, or did it kind of happen just kind of unconscious?
If you watch my warm-up pregame, I shoot from around those areas. And, it's just because a lot of times I'm not getting threes like on the line because people are closing out right there. So if I'm able to shoot from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever feet behind the line, then guys aren't able to contest that, and it's open looks. And in all honesty, I don't even see like where the line is during the game. I just see like an open shot, so I just try to shoot it.
When guys miss games and you're putting the starting lineup, do you have a different approach when you're going into it versus when you're coming off the bench?
Not at all. Just play, do my job. That's really the bottom line.
You mentioned the paint presence that Jonas has. CJ talked about how there was kind of a concerted effort to go through him, and obviously he started you guys off great. What did you think about just the impact that he made tonight?
It's just Jonas being Jonas. He's a dominant paint presence, and teams have to respect that, and especially teams that don't have a lot of rim protection. It makes it a lot harder for them in their defense when they have to double and collapse their paint in order to try to stop him, and he's able to make plays out of the post.
Trey, we know Brandon's a fantastic playmaker, but just how rare is it to see somebody of his height be able just to hit you guys in your shooting pockets seemingly every single time?
It's important, and makes our offense a lot more potent. And when he's such a scoring threat, if he's able to pass, and it opens it up for him in order to drive lanes and get to the basket. So him being like such a scoring threat makes it a lot easier for us because they're packing the paint, they're trying to stop him, so we get more open shots. So it's twofold thing.
Thank you, Trey.
Also, would just like to say as well, I also dedicated these last 2 games to my friends at Virginia that were killed in last few days, and Lavelle Davis was a good friend of mine, and it was really sad to see him go. He was a special guy. So, please keep their families in your prayers. Appreciate that.